through all of this. You told me that you loved me so much, but now we're here, and I can barely breathe. Inside my head, I pulled apart all the pieces to only see I've always wanted you. So let's take this time to feel it all, no lies. 'Cause if we don't, the fight will eat the love alive. Stuck in self-destruct, and we can't wake up. Don't wanna give it away. Can't make me give it away. Don't eat the love alive. Don't eat the love alive. Don't eat the love alive. I know we're scared, and every day feels like a bad day. My biggest fear is you will walk away. The battle's here, and I'm standing in the fire. So take my hand, and we will stay alive. So let's take this time to feel it all, no lies. 'Cause if we don't, the fight will eat the love alive. Stuck in self-destruct, and we can't wake up. Don't wanna give it away. Can't make me give it away. Don't eat the love alive. Don't eat the love alive. Don't eat the love alive. Don't eat the
Oh, that was pretty good timing, right? Hey everyone, hope all is well. Welcome to Myles Dyer Live. A bit of a different atmosphere. I am currently in the middle of countryside in France. Yeah, hope you're all doing good. Hope the sound quality is okay. I'm trying to keep my voice down because I'm staying in a house with my parents and my brother and his other half. And they're all in bed now because they're normal human beings, and it's good to get a good early night's sleep. Whereas me, I was up until 1 o'clock this morning working. No, actually it was 2 a.m. and then went to sleep. Well, I didn't. I went to bed, and then my mind has just been whirring around non-stop this week because we've got 2 massive launches happening tomorrow, and yeah, I probably got like 40 minutes sleep, and then had to be up at 10 to 4 in the morning, and then it was a long drive here. We actually went across the Channel Tunnel in a car. So for those that don't know, Channel Tunnel links the UK, Great Britain, England, to France, Calais. And you know, the way that you could normally go across is in a vehicle. You can get on a ferry, go across. But you can also take the Eurostar, which is a train that goes under the ground through the Eurotunnel out the other side, and then it goes all across Europe. But what we did today was we actually went on basically a train where you load your car up, you drive your car onto the train, which I have to say I've never done before, and I'm one of those people. There's a lot of people that just do it and go, "Oh, this is kind of cool." But for me, I'm just like, this is a really like cool innovation that humans have worked this out. You know, they've got a train that goes under the water, like through the seabed, pretty much in the channel, and you put your vehicles in there, and then you drive off at the other side. It's all pretty awesome. But yeah, I hope you're all doing really good. So yeah, I'm going to be talking a little softly compared to normal today, but it is the last Wednesday of the month. It is Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. Last Wednesday of the month, which means it is a Q&A. So if I see, I'm not doing this on like multiple screens and that, so I'm doing it on my little keyboard in front of me. But I did bring my full device here, and let me have a look here. What have we got? This is it. If you've got any questions, just post them in the chat with the Q at the start, just so I know, and then I can favourite it. And it's basically an ask me anything. So if you've got any questions for me about absolutely anything, put them in the chat with the Q. June 25th. Dune. It's like a lot of words, isn't it? Like Mountain Dew. We call it Mountain Dew, which could mean something quite different. Family's doing good. My dad was a trooper today. He pretty much single-handedly did the drive. I think he just didn't want to risk his life with me behind the steering wheel with how tired I was. But I did manage to rush out and meet our family friends who own these properties, and had a wonderful meal out the back of their house that they built, and had some nice wine overlooking a wonderful garden with a swimming pool, and there was thunder and lightning, but you can just see this backdrop and this fields that just go onto the horizon. Super beautiful, and it was great. So as some additional context, the reason I'm here is because, you know, it's good to take what Americans call a vacation, or in the UK we say is a holiday. And basically because we have this launch coming out tomorrow, 2 launches, I just wasn't able to take the time off that I wanted. So the plan is basically next week our company's got appreciation week where the whole company shuts down. But these 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be working from here, just so I can get everything over the line, and then I can hopefully switch off last week. And just to explain like how insane this past year has been for me, and trust me, I'm doing a lot of soul searching of like how much of is it me having control issues and like needing to have better life planning. But next week from Monday will be my first full week off work since May of last year, like over a year, which is not healthy. I would criticize anyone that I knew that did that, and so I need to do some inter-reflection and stuff. But I have been working the most amazing job the past year. I'm loving it. But as I've mentioned in the past, when you live and breathe something you're passionate about, when you work in a job that you're very passionate about, that you enjoy, you often don't end up treating it like a job. And just because you don't treat it like a job doesn't mean that it isn't a job, and it doesn't mean that you're not exerting yourself, you know, your mental, physical capacity. And so you can get burnt out, and that's actually when burnout can be most risky, is when you're in full force doing something that you love without taking the necessary breaks that should happen between that. So super important there. Who was the woman behind you? I think it was my brother's other half, Jenna, who was just getting ready. I'm just being mindful that anyone could come downstairs and stuff like that, but this is the only place in the house I can get where I've got, I say that I've got plugged in, but I'm not plugged in currently. And the other thing also is it's got my, because I'm actually using I don't normally take with me when I'm traveling, like on the aircraft and that, my main laptop, but this is like my main computer that I use for my live streaming at home, and also whether it's at my desk or downstairs. But it does mean I do have this setup, which means that I can just switch the camera, and now you're looking at me. Look at the quality of that on an iPhone. So yeah, I could do this. I could do the full show like this. It's a lot better quality, but I don't fancy holding it the whole time. So you're going to go back to my laptop camera. So bye-bye and hello. Yeah. I'm just saving the questions that are coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. People are like, is it a ghost? What are the big launches? These are good questions. These are good questions. Oh my goodness. All these questions. This is great, guys. This is great. Honestly, ask me anything. Cool. All right. I'm going to start going through them. But yeah, this is going to be a chill one because I'm running on 90 minutes of sleep. It's been a long day. But I definitely, like earlier on, I was like, maybe I shouldn't do the show. But I was like, I don't want to miss it. I love hanging out with you guys. And yeah, it's a chill one. End of the month. So, well, I've got to admit, didn't expect this to be a question. But here we go. Mojo asks, have you ever had any nightmares about pizza? I mean, like, if I had a nightmare about pizza, like being attacked by a pizza, like that I would definitely remember. But like, maybe there was a nightmare where like I was in a room and there was a pizza on the table. Something like that, a bit more subtle. Nothing that comes to mind. Nothing that comes to mind, actually. So, yes, sorry to disappoint you. But, of course, if anyone here has had nightmares about pizza, do share them below in the live chat or in the comments afterwards. Would love to hear them. I mean, I wouldn't love to hear them. Be ashamed to hear that things are going on. Games with T says, I have a question. Myles, when are you going to get yourself a new jacket? I mean, this jacket cost a lot of money, so, and it's really, really comfy. So I do wear it a lot. I don't wear it. I mean, I wear it at a lot of events and stuff. And the reason I like wearing it is it's super light. You can like fold it in your bag and it's not going to get creased. And you know what it's like when you start going to events, things become a part of your identity. And I'm definitely someone that sticks with a particular item of clothing. I mean, you want to know how much I stick with it. Let me just quickly go into Pokemon Go. I've shown this before. If I can load it. I'm just having to reload Pokemon Go. But although the one in Pokemon Go is pretty badass. But that's my character. The one that he's wearing is actually a Blastoise jacket. But look at that background. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, no, wearing what I'm wearing. I want to know what the style of this jacket is. But yeah, I love wearing this. And today it was very, very hot. And I packed like my one like warmer hoodie, which is actually another one I wear a lot at the moment. A former colleague of mine got me it. It's a PlayStation hoodie. I wear that a lot. But you'll find it. If you look through my videos and stuff, there's always like periods where I'm just wearing the same hoodie and stuff. It just becomes a part of your identity. Let's have a look. Dripping in drip Myles. I call stuff like that your cartoon outfit. Yeah, exactly. It's like when Peter Griffin opened from Family Guy his wardrobe and it was all, what was it, green pants and white shirts. So that's a good way of thinking about it. Dominic says, I remember the pizza from Spaceballs, Jabba Pizza Hut or something like that gave me nightmares. Do you know what? I don't know if I've ever seen Spaceballs. I think I've seen clips of it. But yeah, I'd have to check that out. It's called a trademark item of clothing now. There we go. Honestly, if you are tired, you don't need to be here. All right then, see you later. I mean, I didn't want to actually close it or it would have actually probably ended the stream. But yeah, I've probably had nightmares about pineapple on pizza. Man, pineapples and pizza's so good. So good. Actually, something I'll show you guys. Look, check this out. So this is a water bottle. I know what you're thinking. Wow, Myles, a water bottle. But look at this. I think I showed this when I first got it ages ago. But the company is Ocean Bottle. And so it's created out of plastic from the ocean. And what's wild is you can connect it to Bluetooth, I believe. Which seems like such a weird thing to put into a water bottle. But if you scan it with your Bluetooth, I think via the website, I've actually not done it yet, you can find out where your plastic had been obtained for. Should we try it? Let me have a look now. Bluetooth. Can I do it on here? Searching nearby devices. But anyway, I lost the cap, so I had to buy a new one, and I went with an orange one. And it was like $6, but then it is like supporting their initiative. And if we can get plastic out of the ocean, I think that's a great thing. Oh, that's good. I had a friend who, a former colleague that was from Canada, and she swore by these like flasks. She was like, they withhold the heat, they're so strong, they're worth it. If you give me the money, I'll buy one and bring one back. And I was like, okay, and did, and it was amazing. And then one day I had to do a drive to see a friend in Wales, and it was like a 3-hour drive. That scared the hell out of me. They're shouting at the dogs out there. Genuinely terrified me. I was like, what is that screaming? I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, so I poured my tea, put it in there, and then for like most of the journey, there was even traffic. I think it was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours in. I still couldn't drink because it was so hot, because it was that good of a flask. So there we go. Sometimes a product can be designed too good for itself. My dad has just come in. I don't know if my dad actually wants to say hello. It's not a work meeting. I'm doing my live stream. Do you want to come say hi to everyone? Yeah, all right. By the way, I do want to get all my family members at some point, but I want to get my dad on the show and like do an interview with him, and then you can ask him questions. Ask him questions about me. Not tonight. No, not tonight. Definitely not here. One of the questions, Dad, we had was
How can you have such a handsome father?
No, not that one. This one.
Oh, okay.
What have you had this evening for food?
We had chicken, rice, chorizo, peppers in a cauldron type.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Hot pot thingy that was baked with herbs and spices for about an hour.
It was like really good comfort food with wine and
a view. We had lightning storm, so we were sat out in the veranda looking at the lightning. It was absolutely beautiful. Yeah,
it was really, really good.
Hello, Dominic.
Honestly, guys, I'll let you ask like 2 questions to my dad before he goes to sleep. But my dad, I bought my dad and my mum a Quest 3 for Christmas, and my dad has been playing a lot of Quest. I got him for his birthday Iron Man VR and Arizona Sunshine Remake. We played the full campaign together, and then because it's in Horizon Plus, we've been playing Dungeons of Eternity, and I'd never played it before. Shout out to Damien from Rough Talk Podcast. He bought me it. Obviously, it's free now. You've been enjoying Dungeons of Eternity, and
I'm a killer with a crossbow.
I learned on the drive down, he was talking about how he was getting stuck on something, and I was like, what, you're playing single player without me? And I was wondering why he was a higher level than me when we were playing. I was like, how's he leveling up faster than me? So I'm really proud of my dad, because my dad is the reason, like most people, like parents sometimes, if we're lucky, get us into gaming. But then for like a good couple of decades, my dad sort of, he stepped away from gaming.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I do find like if you're used to a mouse and keyboard gaming, going to controllers, it's very frustrating to try and get back to controllers. Like I played It Takes Two with my mum. Great game, co-op game. But my mum, growing up, was used to like 2D platformers where you just have to worry about going left and right, up and down, and then jumping. But now in 3D spaces, one of the thumbsticks is for the camera, and one is where you move, and like that's so much more to think about. Unless you're people like us that have literally been using them for like decades. But I do think that VR is like making gaming become mainstream again, because it just appeals to people that aren't normally gamers. Would you agree? Numpties. Would you say though? I think it's way more accessible. I mean, it seems like a contradiction. It's not more accessible in the sense of, oh god, you got to have a headset and you got to put it on and
I think
set
it
up.
still comes down to really good game design.
Yeah.
Because if it the game. Well, it's bizarre. So Beat Saber, very simple concept, but absolutely immersive.
Yep.
And so easy to do. It's just fantastic.
Yep, that's absolutely true. Someone was asking in the chat, Trixie was asking, did you enjoy Demio? Because we played Demio together, which was the board game, the like Dungeons and Dragons style game.
No, that was really cool.
It was, at first I was a bit nervous because there's a bit of getting used to it, and even you admitted it, saying at first I thought, this is, but then it clicks, and then once you understand everything.
Actually, once we got used to the zooming in, zooming out bit,
Yep.
that made a big difference to the game because that felt like you were more in it. So yeah, I really liked it.
Cool. Right, I got 2 more questions.
Right. Okay.
What's a pet peeve of yours?
Pet peeve.
Yeah.
When ChatGPT thinks it knows the answer to everything and it doesn't.
Oh my god! Today we were driving through Paris, and I was asking ChatGPT for directions to
A petrol station.
and
After 20 minutes, it took us to the headquarters of Shell.
No, that was actually using Apple Maps. That's when we moved. It kept on saying like, "Oh, it's the next service station."
Yeah, it's the next service station.
And none turned up. It's like, yeah, just keep going. It'll be there in 5-10 minutes. So I then go to Apple Maps and find the petrol station sign and Shell, and we go to it, and it's a refinery, a Shell refinery.
No petrol station.
Yeah, and we're running out of fuel, and my dad's naturally like driving. We talked about this on last week's show about like driving on the other side of the road, but it's weirder when you're driving on the other side of the road in a car that's designed for the other side of the road. So now, because when you're driving on the other side of the road,
round back streets,
yeah, all that sort of stuff. So getting stressed with that, like that's a lot to think about. So then my brother uses Google Maps and says, "Oh, here's one here." We go to it, and it's like a headquarters of another petrol station. Total, yeah. So it's just like
the
that.
only thing we couldn't get was any gas.
Yeah, and then we used Waze.
I was down to 11 miles left
Right.
on my gas tank.
Right, and then Waze took us to one. It was the right one, but it was trying to take us down a road that had one of those bollards that came out that was going to block us off. So we got round to the end, but like, yeah. I mean, remember the days of A to Zs? You used to have to pull over the side of the road and get the map out.
The biggest saviour of marriages.
What's that?
Sat nav.
Yeah, I mean,
because the arguments between husbands and wives in terms of inability to be able to read and interpret maps and
Right.
what else and understand directions.
right.
It's not saying it's a woman's problem. It was both in
Yeah.
terms of understanding and relationships and dealing with that shit.
no, it's the ultimate problem solving because there is stakes, isn't there, of like getting somewhere on time and things like that. And also, I always think about it like Did you have TomToms in America? But TomToms were like the first like mainstream GPS system for your cars. They used to cost like $200-$300, and like when people ask like, why would you pay $1,000 for a phone? And it's like it comes with Apple Maps, which of course wasn't that good with what we went with today. But like all the things that you've got in it, it's amazing. It has all in there.
It's like giving a monkey a calculator though at the end of the day.
That's true. The last question was, do you have any tips for sleeping well, getting to sleep, etc.? Like, what are the secrets to a good night's sleep?
No using computers for an hour before you go to sleep. No caffeine after 2 o'clock.
Oh, do you stick by that rule? Like
I
normally?
do actually. I don't. I have decaf Earl Grey in the afternoon.
I think my cut-off's 3-4 p.m. But then working for an American company, I have a bit of a. But you're right. You should start a lot earlier in the day.
And also meditation is really good. So you can be really very serious about it, but what I tend to do is the basic breathing thing, which is just get your breathing rhythms right, and then I focus on a beautiful place. So for me, I think of my favourite beach, the rolling waves, the sand, and usually it takes me straight off to sleep. Staying asleep is a different problem, but getting to sleep, not a problem with those techniques.
That's really, really good. This is going to contradict your 2 suggestions with what I'm about to say, but there's a really good thing.
Don't say it.
The thing that
you shouldn't contradict.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going to contradict myself. Basically, there are some really good meditation VR apps but then that would mean like you're doing the breathing stuff before bed, but you're also don't look at screens before sleep. You got one just there. But there are some of the meditation. I don't know if anyone's got suggestions.
The one I got the basis in the breathing there was the Apple. I think it was called Breathe or something.
Oh yeah, on the watch.
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing because it has the haptics of when to breathe in and out.
Yeah, but they did something on the phone as well.
Oh yeah.
And the guy would talk you through how to breathe and get yourself into the rhythm and everything, which I didn't need to do it for longer than a year.
That's cool. Someone says, I'm surprised you didn't end up in a lake using ChatGPT. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean...
We nearly ended up in a shotgun massacre.
Oh my God, it's just unbelievable. All right, merci beaucoup, le père de Myles. There we go. I'll let you get to sleep.
Au revoir, mes enfants.
Love you, Dad. And yeah, we'll do a show together at some point. We'll chill, talk about stuff.
Good night.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye. There we go. There we go. Little, actually,
Door's locked. I need to check the door's locked.
this is the awkward bit where he starts walking back towards. I don't know where I'm going.
I'm trying to lock all the doors.
Oh, I see. Yeah, security. It was funny a minute ago hearing Steve shouting after the dogs. They all say goodnight. I play Candy Crush and go to sleep when I first drop the phone on my face. What? Is that actually a thing? They talk about like accidentally dropping phones on your sleep. I'm like, that surely can't be a thing. Right, just having a look at questions. I'm being asked what the big launches are. The big launches tomorrow, two of them. One is called Cactus Jam, which is a free-to-play social game. Sort of in the vein of... oh man, I was going to show a trailer, but that's actually a launch trailer for tomorrow, so I can't show that. It's amazing. Can't wait for you to see it. And also that's the same for V-Racer. V-Racer's coming out. So sorry, yeah, Cactus Jam, you're cactus in like a western, and so you move around with the slap mechanics like in Gorilla Tag. And you can do stuff like deathmatch, you can do stuff like capture the flag, prop hunt, some really, really cool modes. There's others as well. Yeah, and then we've also tomorrow got V-Racer Hoverbike, which it has the vibe of Wipeout, but it's a premium racer game that's been in development for like almost a decade now. It came out on Steam, and you basically are whizzing around on these amazing bikes, and I can't wait to race people on it once it comes out tomorrow. So yeah, super exciting. So two very different games. We've got a free-to-play fun social game that I think obviously is going to appeal to a much younger audience, but I think there's lots of fun to be had there. And then we've got like a premium priced but premium polished game that I think a lot of older players are going to like, that have obviously more disposable income and that. So that's going to be really, really good as well. So yeah, V-Racer Hoverbike and Cactus Jam, both coming out tomorrow on Meta Quest. So check it out. Oh man. How did you celebrate the solstice? It was on Saturday, if you noticed it. I didn't notice it because on Saturday Wait, does that mean the days are getting shorter again? Oh no. No, the weekend I felt pretty depressed. My anxiety was all over the place, and it was one of those weird things where when you get anxious and you know what you're anxious about, it's a lot easier to deal with. But for me, I was just feeling really anxious and I couldn't put my finger on it. I think it has just been because of just dealing with so much at work and that, and it happens. And I care about my job and what we do, and so I find it very hard to switch off, which is something that I need to get better at, I guess. Yeah, so on Saturday, I don't know what I did in the evening. I think I had an early night. I went out for a long walk during the day in my local town, and I did lots of laundry because I had like so much laundry piled up, and I knew that I was going to be traveling for vacation, so I had to get stuff packed. So that was kind of it. So in answer to your question, how did I celebrate the solstice? I didn't. I had no idea. and I'm sad that the days are getting shorter now. Game Cat Chicago says it's tough, but we have to not think about our jobs when we're off the clock. Too much work is too much work. Yeah, I mean, there's different types of jobs you can do. Like, I remember during the pandemic working at a factory building respiratory equipment hospital. It was doing the same thing every 2 to 3 seconds for 8 hours a day. So the job itself, like, was pretty mind-numbing, but there was something, I don't know, oddly satisfying about doing it, getting into a rhythm. And once the day was over, that was it. You were done. Like, there was nothing. You have to. The next day, you're going to turn up and you're just going to carry on with what you're doing. There was nothing like hanging over your head. Whereas now, because I work as a strategist, and because I work for an American company, stuff is happening as I'm sleeping. And I think I woke up, was it yesterday or the day before? I had like 55 DMs. Ugh. And it's just like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's not emails. That's not notifications in main chats. That's like direct messages. And it can get a lot. So, yeah, it's something you learn to deal with. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, V-Racer is so much fun. I can't wait for people to check it out. Can I give a massive, massive thank you? That was meant to come out of my headphones. Don't know where that. To Mojo, thank you Mojo for gifting memberships to Mamati, to Meister Lugburs, to DT Roof 49, congrats, and to Time to Play VR, and to Pyotrek F. Well done, welcome to the club. Lovely to have you. Strategies while you sleep. That was loud. Yeah, sorry, it was loud, but that cheer made me jump. Much louder, sorry, but Mojo deserved it. I mean, to be honest, it made me jump as well. So we're all in it together there. If you haven't already, do hit the like button, people. I forgot to say that at the start, and do subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of all future Myles Dyer lives. They're normally a bit more higher energy, and they're normally done in my studio, and we normally have topics. But because it's the last Wednesday of the month, you drive the show. You tell me what we're talking about. You set the questions, and sometimes we have special guests just like that, like my good old father. I mean, next Wednesday probably could get my mum to hang out. Let's have a look here. Oh, I haven't got any more questions, I don't think. What's your favourite VR game thus far? I assume that was for my father. He's been really enjoying Dungeons of Eternity. That's for sure. And people speaking in French, I can't. I'm not good with French. Yeah. I'm on a holiday, dude. It's all good. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna start on Saturday, hopefully. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very proud of the team I work with. They're moving mountains at the moment. So yeah. Oh, and supposedly I'm suddenly loud. You're right, because it's switched. There we go. Sorry, guys. I've got back to how I was. Sorry. Is that better now? It's because when I reconnected my in-ears. Where do you buy any wine? You can buy any wine anywhere. Where do I get wine? Sometimes I just get it from the supermarket. Like Yellowtail Shiraz is like a cheap supermarket wine, but it's really good, in my opinion. Or I go to Majestic, where they do these deals where, like, if you buy 6 bottles of wine, buy a crate of 6, you get like a discount on all the ones that you buy. So there's a wine that I like that I think I've mentioned before called Chocolate Block, which could be anything like $30+, but if you buy it in a pack of 6, you can get a significant discount, and that doesn't have to be 6 of the same. So I could get 3 of them, and then 3 like Yellowtail, which are like $5-6. So you get that benefit. So that can be really, really good. What was the other question? What accents or languages do you like besides English or American? Oh man, when it comes to accents, I fucking love all accents. Honestly, I don't think there's an accent that I don't like, but don't hold me to that. And what languages? I mean, I've always wanted to learn Japanese, incredibly difficult, but yeah, I mean, all languages. I love diversity of the world. Variety is the spice of life for me. Let's have a look here. No, go back. Sound was correct compared to the rest of YouTube before. Okay, right. I'm going to change it back. You ready? Hello? There we go. There we go. Should be working now. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Question from Ian saying, flat out, is it targeting a 2025 release or 2026? No comment. I get to do that. I get to do no comment. All I would say is that Flat to VR Studios is incredibly hard at work on many projects, and they never want to release anything unless it's ready in the context it's released. And what I mean by that is sometimes there's a project they'll work on and they're like, you know what, we're going to wait this until it's like, it's living and breathing the entire vision. And then there are other ones where they're like, we're going to put it out in early access because we want to get feedback from a wider player base and then iterate it before we then take it to all the platforms with a full release. So yeah, unfortunately I can't give you an answer to that, but all I'll say is I'm incredibly excited. Flat to VR Studios I was a massive fan of before I joined Impact Reality, and it is an absolute privilege to be working with them. And some of the games, I say some of the games, all of the games, but some of the games I'm thinking of right now that I'm sort of actively working on. Hyped. Clarifying, did you buy any wine in La France? I mean, it's my first evening here, but yeah, I'll buy some when I'm here for sure. If I get an alert during the stream, it's going to blow my eardrum into my sinuses. Oh no, what? Don't do that. Don't do that. Everyone's telling me the sound is gone, but yeah, this audio channel it's inferior because it's my AirPods, whereas before I was using my Mac. But you guys chose this. This is what you chose. Right, I'm turning it down a little bit. But this was your doing, guys. Favorite French dish? Does pain au chocolat work? I had one of them from Starbucks in the UK. I was like, what am I doing? It was good, but it goes really well with a cup of tea. Captain Pixus says, love the avatar, by the way. Just dropping in to say a massive grats, Miles. Proves to us mere mortals that consistency leads to momentum. Momentum leads to progression. Firstly, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But I would also say that like progression doesn't go in a straight line. It goes in zigzags, and so yeah, you just got to play the long game. Like there were times in my life that I was incredibly depressed, like when my head injury and other things I was dealing with. It was all very, very difficult. I'm just bending. You're not on camera, don't I? I said you're not on camera. Don't worry. I've bent the camera down. Just he's not naked. He has got clothes. um, Dominic says, "What's your plans for your French getaway?" I mean, the sad thing is the only plans I do have is for the next 3 days. Well, next 2 days now, which is for work. After that, no plans, because the best plans are no plans, and a true vacation is just switching off. That's all very, very true. Got good pool, got wonderful views. I mean, even at night, looking at the stars. They don't have the trampoline that they had 10 years ago here, because I did used to lie on that and just stare up at the sky. I mean, you can lie on other stuff. You don't have to lie on the trampoline, but there was something quite nice of just lying on the trampoline and just looking up at the night sky. How are the French fries? Not had them yet. Not had them yet. What you doing in France? Vacation with the family. With the family. Next week, share which wines you buy. Oh my goodness, the pressure's on now. Honestly, I really appreciate that because I really have been pouring my heart and soul into everything this past year, and like you can only spin so many plates, and so like I feel like I'm, not doing as many live streams as I want to, and when I am live streaming, uh, I'm not full energy because I'm just exhausted. And I'd like to change that, and I'm looking at ways to do that because even as a company at Impact Reality, like we all understand the importance of like if any of us have shows covering VR, it's important we make time for that because it's obviously good for the company to have that association, but it also means that it becomes a part of R&D, research and development, learning about your industry, engaging with the community and stuff like that, making sure that you're not out of touch. And so that's something that we're very, very mindful of. Gotcha, Chrome. Understood. Are my comments are comments on a lag, which I'm probably reading like half an hour later? It's just because I'm having to manually go through the comments, and I like to read all of them. So yeah, blame me. Absolutely, mate. It's been awesome to see you keep going through the crazy meanders. Life very inspiring, mate. Much love to you. Appreciate that. How's the heat? I mean, it was very warm today while travelling, but it was fine. Like we had aircon, and when we got here, it cooled down quite a bit, so that was great. Wouldn't all the people jumping around disturb you? What you mean, like tonight? No, that's fine. You need caffeine. Well, you're not listening to my dad. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. No. After this show, I'm going to be jumping back onto work for a little bit and then finishing by midnight, which for me is going to be an early night. Then I'm going to get a good night's sleep and then I can really hit the ground running tomorrow morning. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate all the comments. What's the temperature outside now? Let's have a look. Now is it's 20 degrees. 20 degrees outside. Um, yeah. 8-bit says, "How you doing, Miles? I'm doing all right. I'm tired, but I'm good. And always wonderful to be with all of you, chilling. Yeah. Not gonna lie, the heat in the UK could do one. Yeah. I got my aircon unit out, but I do want to get a proper home. Um, you've been worried about me. Why have you been worried about me? I appreciate that though. Your early nights are 3 a.m. That's not an early night. That's just an average night. Um, cool. All right, everyone. I got through all the questions there. Any final questions? By the way, I will just promote 2X accounts in the chat because you were asking about the games. Give these a follow. These are accounts that we set up. So, firstly, for V Racer Hoverbike, go give it a follow. Check out the videos that we've been producing and tell me you're not hyped about this game. Super cool. Um, where did you get your Firefly stop sign you have in your usual studio? I actually pre-ordered it from, I think, from the PlayStation Store. It was just an official Last of Us merch they did, and I'm really glad I got it. Really glad I got it. But yeah, really, really cool. I do want to get more stuff on my background, but I need to have like a big clear out when I get back. I'm definitely gonna try and sort through it. That's for sure. Um, oh, have I seen 28 Days Later? 28 Years Later, sorry. No, I haven't. I do want to see it. I had a friend invite me to go to the theatres tomorrow, but I was like, I'm not going to be about. Sorry. Sorry. So yeah, I never saw 28 Weeks Later, I don't think. And 28 Days Later, I think I think I need to watch it again. It was a long time ago, and I don't know if I even watched it all. Everyone goes on about how good it was, so I kind of feel like I need to give it another chance. Um, yes, Luke Cross has just released the Last of Us first person mod for PC. I know. I need to check it out. I assume there are videos of it online, right? I need to check that out after this live stream. That would be amazing to watch. I've heard that 28 Years Later is interesting. Has an interesting ending, and it's a part of a new trilogy, right? So that's something. But yeah, cool. All right. Honestly, the last for me, like at Flat VR Studios, like we all have our dream projects, right? Like what you'd like to see. We have internal channels where we're always sharing like IPs that we see that we love and would like love that to come to VR. And for me personally, I don't know. I'd have to think a bit more about it. For me, I think The Last of Us bringing that to VR would be like the dream project for us. And it's not just about the game itself. It's like to be in collaboration with like Naughty Dog, who have such a high standard when it comes to game development. I think would be just incredible. So yeah, The Last of Us, like an official VR um, mode or version. The Last of Us VR would be incredible. The question would always be like, how would you do the cutscenes? Would you just have them on flat in VR, or would you actually be the character in it? But how would that do? And how would that change things? Cool. Bioshock. Bioshock. Do you know I've never played any of the Bioshock games? It's one of those on the gasp list of like, I wish I played it, and I just haven't yet. So yeah, would love to change that for sure. Right, everyone. Why am I avoiding all VRC questions? I didn't know I was avoiding VRC questions. What are the what are the, put a Q at the beginning. If there's not a Q, and forgive me if you have put a Q, but there are rules, and I definitely won't. Although I do just generally go through questions anyway. Can I see your top DBZ? Yeah, it's Dragon Ball Z. Let me show you. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, force movement's a good thing. I can't wear this on live streams though, because the actually I've done it once, but Piccolo's green just goes transparent with the green screen. Um, I was actually talking to my brother in the car because my brother got me into Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, watching it on Cartoon Network. And a few things that I always remember. Firstly, was that by the time it came from Japan to America and they'd censored stuff, when it goes from then America to the UK, they censor even more. Um, they have to pad it all out, and so like most of the episodes of them just heavily breathing, going, "I am going to defeat you, but you are so powerful. Nah, you are so powerful. I'm going to beat you, but not unless I can beat you first." Ah, that was that was it. It was all stupid. And then the other thing they do is they would show the episodes on Cartoon Network, and it would get to like the climax of the saga, and then they would, and then the next episode would just like they wouldn't say anything. The next episode would be the first episode of the series again, and then you'd have to watch it until it got to the same point, and then it would continue, and it was so fucking annoying. But the two moments, I hope this close your ears if you don't want spoilers for like classic Dragon Ball Z. I'll talk around it. Two moments that totally blew my mind in Dragon Ball Z when I was watching it as a kid and being like, "Oh my god, this is like feels like an adult cartoon." One was both of them involved Frieza. What Frieza did to Krillin totally blew my mind. And secondly, what Trunks from the future did to Frieza totally blew my mind. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So there we go. It's over 9,000. Yeah, Crunchyroll, that's it. We used to have CNX, Cartoon Network X, which was for all like the adult cartoons and stuff like that. It was really, really good. Um, all right, everyone. Look, we are going to wrap it up there, but I'm going to say a massive thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Really appreciate it. Love all your positivity. You're all amazing. Do hit the like button, and we don't do vitamin G always at the end of these, but let me just get the vitamin G thing. Where is it? Where's the vitamin G thing? So I have to do it all manually. Here we go. Vitamin G. So we'll go to the end credits. But basically, if there's anything you're grateful for that you want to share, put it here. And yeah, we'd love to read them. All right. So take good care of yourselves. Make sure you follow me on social media. I'm most active on X and on Instagram. Just search my name. And yeah, two big launches tomorrow. So if you haven't met a quest, would appreciate the support. One of the games is free. The other game is worth the price for all the content you're getting with it. And yeah, would love to hear your thoughts on it. But yeah, just much love to everyone. Thank you so much, and thank you to my father for stopping by and being on the show. It was really, really good. And yeah, come Saturday, hopefully I will then be able to switch off, which is going to be a really weird feeling. I don't know if I can. I'm going to try my best. But yeah, much love to you all. Have a wonderful week. And oh man, I had a PSVR2 live stream planned for yesterday, but at least I did one on Monday, which was Zombie Army VR. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. It was a good time. Uh, but yeah, thank you, Carl. Good to see you here, by the way. For Navar VR, absolute brilliant human being who does the most incredible trailers. Uh, check out V Racer Hoverbike tomorrow. He did the trailer for it. You'll see it tomorrow. I mean, he's also made a lot of the social content that you're seeing, especially the countdowns of this week. Exceptional stuff. Exceptional stuff. Yeah, I'm going to try and get some rest. But first, I've got to go back to work and get some more stuff done. But I'm going to try and have a hard cut off at midnight, so we should wait and see. Thank you, Trixie. I appreciate that. It is fun, and I'm definitely going to try and make more time for it. So yeah, have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone. Much love to you all. Love, respect, empathy, and adios. Till next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Now I find the outro button. Where's the outro button? I think this is it. Let's find out. Give me your final thoughts.
Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
All right, before I go, let's see if I can. Should we find out where this plastic comes from? Let's have a look here. Searching Bluetooth. Is there like a. It's not a button or something. Maybe I need to just go on the website and find out. Let's have a look here. Ocean bottle. How to scan? Oh, you gotta use the app. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna do this. Yeah, everyone gonna stay behind to watch this happen. All right. Like I gave you a choice. You can just close the window if you don't want to find this out. Right, let's have a look here. App. They always get you to download their apps, don't they? Ocean bottle. Here we go. Downloading it. Oh, I've got to add. I'll type in a password. My password is over 4 characters long. Wow, their app only had 3 out of 5 stars. This doesn't look promising. See, you're going to be waiting for this, and it's going to be a massive disappointment at the end. Hopefully not. Right, it's downloading. Here we go. I love it if it just has like the planet Earth, and it just puts an arrow, and it just says somewhere here, somewhere here. But yeah, that's what we're going to scan. What's it say? Designed by K8 Norway. Okay, it's been slow to download. Still downloading. Still downloading. There we go. Track your hydration. Okay. Oh my god. You've got to type in your email, and then they're going to send you a link. Send me the link. Okay. Is it going to do it quickly? Come on. Ahoy. Okay. Sign into the app now. So I go back to the app. Username at least 4 characters. Okay. Track your hydrations. Okay. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Right. Add ocean bottle. Will notify you when your refill turns into real plastic collection, plus streaks and bonuses. Okay. Ocean bottle would like to send you notifications. Sure. I'm going to regret that. So add ocean bottle. Hold your phone in ocean bottle like this to scan. There we go. And then I hit a tag. Your bottle, your ocean. Okay. Have I done it? Okay. Does it tell me? View impact dashboard. So I think oh man, this is so disappointing. I thought it was going to tell me. So I think the more I use it. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know. Sorry guys for that complete and utter waste of time. Have a good night everyone. Thanks for tuning in.